Lev Vygotsky was originally a lawyer who became interested in psychology and went back to school to further his studies in that area. He lived a short life, dying at the age of 38, but in that time he wrote several works of psychology. His primary focus was in the area of child development and education. He felt that human development occurred through social interactions and varied from culture to culture. And when we look at that theory, it is important to look at how that theory is derived and thus begin understanding how we can use it in the classroom, in practice. And Vygotsky's theory, he uses the following description of how he believed the brain used information. He's quoted as saying, "Our brain and our nerves, possessing enormous plasticity, readily alter their finest structure under the influences of one or another type of stimulation. And if the stimulation is strong enough or is repeated a sufficient number of times, it retains memory traces of these changes." It's something analogous to what happens to a piece of paper when folded in the middle. This is what takes place in the brain. A crease remains where the fold was made, and this trace, resulting from the change that was made, makes it easier to repeat the same change in the future. One need only blow on this piece of paper for it to bend at the crease. He believed that the development of cognition occurred during social interaction. If we take this image and apply it to teaching, you begin to understand that experience is what teaches new skills and understandings. The foundation piece of Vygotsky's theory is that the child develops by building on what they already know through their interaction with adults or more advanced peers. He labeled this concept the zone of proximal development. This concept begins with the core of what the child can already do, combining with what they can do with help. And this is surrounded by what the child can't yet do. He describes curriculum as being the experiences the teacher or the parent provides for the child that they know very well, so as to offer this zone of proximal development to bring the child to what they can't yet do. This collaborative experiences are the foundation of what a teacher should include in their lesson plan. This theory effectively describes the value of play in the early childhood development. As children grow and develop higher levels of knowledge, the experiences become more focused on higher level concepts. They become better able to seek the social supports that they require that will specifically assist that development they're working on at that time. They learn to research and ask questions and have conversations that target understandings they are formatting internally. This self-reliance becomes critical to higher levels of development.